Okay, we are at the northwest corner of the structure. We've got a little bit of a crack right here. Okay, it's called a shrinkage crack. Some people call them corner pops, call them what you will. That's not a foundation issue. It might be a brick issue, and it's a termite issue. The Structural Pest Control Board has decided in the interim to start calling that as conducive conditions in the last few years. Fence underneath the drip line, conducive conditions. Kind of working our way. This is the condensing unit for the north system. Disconnects over to the side, a little 2-ton system. It's about 1 year old. We've got a whole video for that. And coming on along, we got a little bit of a, no we don't, it kind of looks like it. On our exterior light fixtures, they should be sealed to help prevent moisture from getting into the walls. This disconnect box should be sealed to prevent moisture from getting into the wall. This is our gas piping going into the home. You have to go out the gate to the meter to turn off the power. We do not have a main shutoff valve right here. This piping, as it comes into the structure like this, should have been painted to help prevent it from corroding. This is so far, this is the only vacuum breaker that I've seen to the structure. I'm moving on along. Well, we can do it in any place. Metal, wrought iron. There's the kitty cat again. He's coming back. Coming on along. These are our meters should have been sealed. Our main principles should have been sealed. Speaking of main principles, it's 100 amps per side. All right, that's the minimum required by the International Residential Code. Now, having said that, the Dallas municipality, I believe they have 150 amps is now their minimum requirement. It might be 125, I think it's 150 is their minimum requirement right now. This exterior receptacle is not GFCI protected, and the covers will not close after I opened them to test it to see that it was not GFCI protected. We do have power here, it's not GFCI. This faucet does not have a vacuum breaker. You can tell that I used it. This cover, okay, it's seen some better days. I gotta tell you, it's pretty much wore out. And I got some patches over yonder. Some of that English, okay, where it looks like there was some hail damage patches back over that way. And our ledger board, it looks like we've got flag bolts holding it in, which it's served its purpose for a long time. What can I say? These handrails are not high enough, and they're not graspable, and the balusters are too wide, the holes and the openings are too wide. This is the other condensing unit. This one's a little different. It's 7 years old. The other one's 1 year old. This one's not level. This one, the disconnect is behind it. It should be sealed right in there. Now, these paving stones might be convenient as far as trying to keep your shoes clean. Okay, but these paving stones are not dimensionally uniform. So these are trip hazards. You get people like your inspector of a certain age, and you know, these can be a challenge. The fireplace looks like it does. I just can't get over that. And the electric power to the house is too close to the patio cover. The electric power to the outbuilding is too close to the ground. You can use this for a clothesline. We got open electric junctions right there. Moving on along. Driveways are beyond the scope of this inspection, but in the meantime, this is level grading and drainage, and it's cracking up. It'll still hold your car. You're still fine. But it is cracking. You can come in and seal it and get some more distance out of it. It doesn't have to be replaced. It doesn't really have to be here. But short of doing a lot of patching or an asphalt overlay, you're basically looking at replacing it. We've got negative drainage here on this corner. We've got Also another shrinkage crack right there. Moving on along. They come over here about the middle of the structure. We're on the south side of the structure right now. And we got a little bit of cracking. Starts to cracking through the brick and mortar right in there. Rain gutter's too close again. We got single pane aluminum frame windows. So if you pulled a permit to remodel this place or remodel a room, that we'd have to be dealing with that. Over here we got a planter box next to the wall, which inherently it's high soil conditions next to the house. And we got wood mulch in there, and we got debris in there, and we got water pressure there. Moving on along, these faux shutters right here are popping off of the wall. Moving on along. A little bit of movement on the planter box. You can kind of see this crack right here. There's another one right there. And that's pretty much par for the course. 1960s house. Coming in. Handrails are too low again. Too wide, not grasping. Hey, honey. There we are. This is the view from our porch. Yeah. Lots of debris in here. Foliage and debris, foliage and debris, foliage and debris, foliage and debris. Trees should not be so close to the house. If it falls, it's going to wreck your roof. Okay, I get it. It adds a certain amount of value to the home. We like them. I've got a few around my house too. But the roots are about as wide as the canopy. So the roots are going, and I get it, a pier and beam house. You can't keep the crawl space dry enough. So I can't talk about it sucking the moisture out from the house, but I can talk about the roots chasing the water piping underneath the house. It's a cast iron system. We talk about that. The roots can, as the roots grow, like the limbs grow, well, they're going to push the house. And we'll notice that there's going to be, we found a little bit of movement over there, but we're going to find some more movement around here. Go figure. Okay, so we're moving on along. We got some mortar repairs underneath this window. That's too close, that's touching. Okay. And then level grading and drainage. And we've come over here and somebody's come in here, they know they're going to sell the house. They knew there was a problem over here. That's why this is all new. That's why they came in and they regraded it. They knew that. Alright? So it's still level to me. We come over here, our rain gutters coming apart. Okay, our rain gutters are leaking. And then we come over here. I'm trying not to fall in it. We got a nice little hole over here. Don't trip somebody. Then we got a bit of, these are little bitty cracks. Alright, coming along here, little bitty cracks through the brick and mortar. Now, you've got 30 feet of brick wall. We're in North Texas. We know it's going to move. Back in the 60s, we weren't putting weep holes around the foundation perimeter. Okay, back in the 60s, we weren't installing control joints. Some people call them expansion joints. Call them what you want, but they weren't installed. So we really kind of expect, to see some signs of movement. That rain gutter is definitely too close to the structure. Where are you? Fine. There you are, right there. Okay. Moving on along. Another view of the chimney. Come on, focus for us. More cracks. See those little cracks. Little cracks. Also, this is the area where the rain gutter the worst, but we've also got some of our soffit right here. The soffit's kind of hanging loose right in there. So we need a little bit of work, a little bit of carpentry work when we replace the roof and the rain gutters.